the bar.
Good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you to the final information session on the Bachelor of Software Engineering program. Can I request everybody to mute your mics because it's creating disturbances for other people. Okay. We had a session in the morning, and I know that some of you were disappointed because you could not join, and we had a much larger than expected participation today. That is what happened. So some of you could not join, so we immediately arranged this session where you could join and listen to our people. Now, before we start, I would like to tell you about a few housekeeping, not rules, but guidelines. Yeah. Yeah. So please mute your microphones. If you have any questions, please put it in the chat box. It's at the bottom of your Zoom screen. And for your information, we have received many queries during the last few weeks, and we have put all those questions in a frequently asked question page. You can access that page. The link is given there, www.ou.ac.lk BSC-FAQ. And we will answer your question as quickly as possible. We are getting hundreds of queries, so please be a little bit patient. And if you have any queries that are not on the FAQ, we will answer those questions at the end of the session. And please turn off or silent, put the silent mode your cell phones, because that also create disturbances sometimes. And most of the information that you require about the Bachelor of Software Engineering degree program is available on our website www.ou.ac.lk/BSE BSc honors. And you can contact us at this email bseinfo@ousl.lk or at this phone number 1128881. We will try to answer your questions as quickly as possible. And we have also talked about the SLASCOM Future Careers Bridge Challenges, which is available on the futurecareersbridge.net. You can go there and do those challenges. And our industry representative today will explain to you about the Future Careers Bridge. So today's agenda will be this session will welcome. Then in a moment we will play a video about the Open University of Sri Lanka, its facilities and its this open and distance learning mode, how it happens. Then we are getting a representative from SLASCOM, the largest industry association in Sri Lanka that employs about 120,000 people now. And it is because of the SLASCOM that this program we launched for this large number of students, because the SLASCOM is in, there's a massive shortage of people, software developers for SLASCOM member companies. So they have requested us, can you do something about it? So we rose to that challenge and we said, okay, we will admit up to 10,000 students this year. And SLASCOM requires about, they recruit all the about 9,000 IT graduates that are coming out of universities in Sri Lanka, but they need an additional about 12,000 people a year for to sustain the industry and for their growth, because they are targeting to become the largest income earner for the country with a $5 billion revenue in 2025. So this is our way of supporting that effort to develop our country as a knowledge-based industry in the world, knowledge-based industry in the world. Once the SLASCOM representative finishes, we will explain to you about our Bachelor of Software Engineering. The head of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering will make the presentation. And once done that, we will answer any questions that you have. Please, if you have any questions, please post it on the chat. And we have several people looking at the chat and trying to answer as many questions as we can. But many of your questions will be answered by Dr. Menaka in her presentation. So wait till she finishes her presentation. And meanwhile, in a moment, I will also post a couple of links where you can go and take a look at this frequently asked question. Your question might already be answered there. Right. So now we will take a look at what Open University is and what does this open and distance learning mean. Right. Before that, I would like to play a very small video about the SLASCOM, which they want to call the Island of Ingenuity. That is how they are marketing Sri Lanka in the world. Right, let me share this. Oops. Right, that's about the SLASCOM. Now I will play a small video where we introduce what Open University is and what it means to follow a program at the Open University. If you have questions, please either visit our website first and read the FAQ, because in the last sessions, what we realized was people are asking the same question over and over again, like how much does it cost, how do I follow lectures? All that will be explained by Dr. Menaka, the head of the department, what this program is about and how it is conducted. So before asking any question, please wait for her presentation to be over. And then if you still have any more questions, we will answer those questions. Right.
The Open University of Sri Lanka is a premier national university in Sri Lanka, which offers academic programs through open and distance learning methodologies, popularly known as ODL. It was established in 1980 under the University Act No. 16 of 1978. It enjoys the same legal and academic status as other national universities in Sri Lanka. Its central campus and the Colombo Regional Centre are located in Navala. The Open University has a Chancellor as the head of the institute. The Vice Chancellor is the Chief Executive and Academic Officer of the university. The OUSL consists of 5 faculties, namely the faculties of Natural Sciences, Engineering Technology, Humanities and Social Sciences, Education, and Health Sciences. The Council is the highest authority of the university. Academic decisions are made by the Senate and the faculty boards. The Open University has a dedicated permanent staff consisting 287 academics, 49 administrators, and 514 non-academics, along with another 180 temporary staff members at the central campus and its regional network. The Staff Development Center, SDC, at the main campus conducts all in-service training programs. Although the Open University of Sri Lanka enjoys the same legal and academic status as any other conventional university, the Open University is unique. The main uniqueness lies in its vision by providing opportunities for lifelong learning to every citizen in this country, while removing barriers such as age and previous educational qualifications meant for conventional universities. Conventional universities enroll students considering their Z-score at the GCE Advanced Level Examination through the University Grants Commission every year. Because of the availability of limited number of seats, over 80% of the students who have passed GCE Advanced Level miss the opportunity to enter conventional universities annually. The Open University is open for all. Since the OUSL does not consider Z-score as its entry requirement, its bachelor degree programs are directly open for those who have got through GCE Advanced Level. Even those who are with only GCE O level are able to enter degree programs after completion of the relevant foundation courses. Any person who is over 18 years of age can register as a student of the Open University. Because of this openness, age distribution of the students of OUSL is different from that of the conventional university system. OUSL exemptions are offered to those who possess prior qualifications approved by the relevant academic boards. OUSL provides not only multiple entry facilities but also multiple exit options. The Open University serves a diverse clientele at certificate, diploma, higher diploma, degree, master's and doctoral degree levels. It also offers large number of short courses to upgrade and update the knowledge and skills in various disciplines. As a result, at present, the OUSL manage to empower over 35,000 students island-wide. A large segment of this are adults who would like to upgrade their career further. Professionals who need to develop their knowledge and skills, and also school leavers who could not enter the conventional universities. All the courses offered by the Open University are full-time courses having the credit weights and workloads parallel to those of other conventional universities. However, students do not need to be in the university from Monday to Friday. When all the national universities enroll 20,000 students annually, the Open University of Sri Lanka itself registers around 12,000 students, of which 6,000 are for bachelor degree programs. In order to realize its vision, the Open University uses the Open and Distance Learning (ODL) methodologies. In distance learning, teacher and the student should not necessarily be at the same place at the same time, like in the conventional system. Teachers develop course materials incorporating instructional design concepts in educational technology to be suitable for independent learners. The conversion of study material of all the courses is assisted by the educational technologies at the Center for Educational Technology and Media, CETME. All the courses of academic programs are designed and developed by course teams consisting of senior academics of the OUSL and outside experts of the relevant disciplines from other universities and from the industry with the help of educational technologies. In this scenario, CETME conducts training workshops and programs on instructional design and development of online courses for academics of the OUSL in collaboration with the Staff Development Center regularly. Academic and Research Division of the CETME is responsible in evaluating, monitoring and administering all the online courses delivered on Moodle platform and in copy editing of all the printed course materials produced by OUSL. Academic and Research Division is also conducting ODL research, including case studies of graduates, to evaluate the efficacy of academic programs every year. Audiovisual Production House consists of a high-definition digital studio, non-linear post-production unit, a dubbing studio, makeup rooms, weaving rooms, and a footage library, with a group of talented and competent staff. CETME Audiovisual Library is having more than 2,000 audio and video productions produced by CETME as supplementary material for courses of various programs of the OUSL. Another unique feature of the OUSL is that students can spread their study period without depriving the quality of the degree if they are not able to register for the total credit weight due to unavoidable reasons like work pressure. All the productions in the print medium are done at the OUSL Press, which is the only printing press in the whole university system at present, located at the main campus in Naval. The OUSL Press is equipped with modern facilities for high-speed digital duplication, litho printing, wire and perfect binding to suit the needs of course materials for more than 65 different study programs conducted by 4 faculties of the Open University. The Course Material Distribution Center Central Dispatch Unit is a main distribution center of all printed course materials done by OUSL Press. They are stored at Navala and sent to all OUSL regional study and teaching centers island-wide. In open and distance learning methodology, learner support systems play a significant role. Among the learner support components of the OUSL, the library has a great potential to support distance learners. OUSL library consists of the main library at Navala, 7 regional center libraries in Mathura, Kandy, Anuradhapura, Batticaloa and Jaffna, and small-scale libraries in 19 study centers around the country. The library system is a main resource-based learning support service provided by the Open University, with high prominence given to faculty-recommended learning materials. The distance learner is provided the basic access to other resources through the main library as well as from regional and study center libraries. Most importantly, the OUSL library website provides access to the online library catalog, journal articles, scholarly e-resources, past question papers, and web-linked bibliographies. The main library has a comprehensive audio-video collection and a comfortable viewing facility, which is a unique learning support system for the distance learner. These resources are available in DVD mode in center libraries. Besides the traditional library services, the distance user is provided with a subject inquiry support to assist the assignments, projects, and research, and it is made available online and over telephone for the remote learners. The library has Wi-Fi access, a virtual library, and reading rooms where group learning is encouraged. The users are trained individually or in groups to inculcate information and literacy skills as a learning support. The Open University reaches out to students through a network of regional and study centers. The 8 regional centers are located in Colombo, Kandy, Mathura, Anuradhapura, Jaffna, Batticaloa, Badulla and Kurunegala, while the 19 study centers are located around the country. The Career Guidance and Student Welfare Unit help the students to enhance their career development skills. Student performance is evaluated throughout their courses through continuous assessments done through home assignments, open book and closed book tests, laboratory work. At the end of the course, students should sit for their final examination. Certificates are awarded to students who successfully complete their study programs at regional centers. Bachelor degrees, postgraduate diplomas, masters and doctoral degrees are awarded at the general convocation. Yes, the Open University of Sri Lanka is a people's university dedicated to nation building. The OUSL journey towards excellence in higher education has already begun, and we are committed to the cause of national empowerment through education more than ever before.
Okay, that is about the Open University of Sri Lanka. So you got a glimpse of what Open University is and its mode of learning, what we call open and distance learning. As you know, the Open University is actually built for people who are working and want to follow a degree. So many of you have asked that question: can I follow this program while working? Yes, it is designed for people who are working, and all these details will be explained by our head of the department in a moment. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Shashank Gamage, who is a technical specialist at Wiley, one of the large companies that have established their software development and research and development arm in Sri Lanka. The SLASCOM is a very close partner in this program. SLASCOM, which stands for Sri Lanka Association for Software Services Companies, is the association formed of around 400 different large companies. Some of the largest software development companies are members of SLASCOM. And right now they are, like I said, employing around 120,000 people, and they are targeting to employ up to another 80,000 people within the next 4 years. So there are jobs for everybody who does well. So let me invite Mr. Seshan Gamage, who is the technical expert at Wiley, to explain about the SLASCOM position and the opportunities available at SLASCOM. Over to you, Seshan.
Thank you, Doctor. Uh, you will be hearing some disturbance around the house because the people have started cleaning. So, sorry for that if you hear any vacuum cleaning sounds or anything. And kid will be shouting too. So, please bear with me on that. So, I'll straight away start my presentation. Also, due to the pandemic, we were been like working for right now from working from home around 1 year and 1 month right now. So that's how good it is. The software industry is where, because the location doesn't matter. If you have a stable internet connection and a working laptop or desktop with good internet connection, you are free to work, and that's it. Because we know, not like other industries where they stick to some guidelines on when to start the work and when to off the work. So we don't have like 8 to 5 or nothing like that. Most of the IT companies are like that. So straight away I'll jump to the presentation. Let me share my screen. Can you guys see my screen right now? I hope can everybody see? Dr. Ajit, can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it now.
Okay, cool. So I'll start the presentation. Okay, so this is like more or a brief introduction to the IT industry. So we will be covering these topics within the slide, and we will be talking in depth deep for some topics, and we will be like rushing through some of those. So IT industry and IT services in Sri Lanka, we have a large number of companies and small, like let's say startups, and also, and they are like variety of people providing a lot of services and softwares for larger companies and like larger industries. So it's a diverse area. So let's dig in. Yeah, so let me introduce you to the SLASCOM, which is like a it's a combination where all the software companies are like taking part in this. It's like a society kind of thing. where there are few people working for Slash.com are basically from the companies, and most of the companies are there. So the Slash.com provides like employment and research innovations, those kind of things, and they create some policies like standards where the companies can follow, and they do research and like what sort of jobs that are vacant, so you can get all those data from Slash.com. It's like a governance body or some sort of, and it's so all the software companies are there, and most of the members can have like, if you say if you are a Slash.com member, your companies, there are some schemes, the bank loan scheme, so there are a lot of facilities as well if your company is a Slash.com member. So let's say, as example, if you're like, if you are a Slash.com member, the bank loan, if you are getting a personal loan, it will be little bit lower than what others will be getting. So there are such kind of benefits as well. So that's about Slash.com, and we operate in national level, and I'm also uh, a member of Slash.com from Wiley. So yeah, so these are the emerging tech focus areas in Sri Lanka right now, where a lot of companies are working on. So one is banking and insurance, and other is power and energy, which is like booming these days, and education, which where I work at, Wiley's education company, and communication, as you know, like the mobile network providers and those IoT, all kind of those get into that, and cloud computing, big data also in that area. And we have the healthcare as well, where a lot of like machine learning and those are there, like cancer detection, those kind of work is done by some of the companies in Sri Lanka. And infrastructure, where like logistics and all, where they manage the warehouses and all, and also the travel and tourism industry, where lot of websites, services, apps are there. So those are like some of the highlights from the whatever the tech in Sri Lanka. And if we move to healthcare, currently we have the devices market, where something like you see the CT scan, MR scan, and the even where this in these days the PCR tests are carried. It's also a machine. We don't have that tech, but I think the companies are working on that. So like lot of the health has lot of engineering behind it right now, because all the computering and all the stuff are there. You can get your blood reports and online, so lot of things are there, and you can order medicine via websites. So all those things are there. And hospital management systems also there, where the patient gets in, they don't if you have, like, you have to give the basic details, not like earlier days you have to fill forms and all. Everything is computerized, and your blood report and everything is connected. And it's also pharmaceutical industry is also there, where a lot of pharmacies these days, due to the pandemic also, they started giving like online and home delivery services. So there's a lot growth in due to the pandemic, and it's an interesting side as well. Sadly, I have not worked in a company that is on healthcare domain, so I'll tell some details if I have worked in some of the domains. And finance, e-commerce, like the banking and online shopping, stock exchange, you know that we have London, LSCG, MIT. Those are like well-known software providers for stock exchanges. Even the London stock exchange systems is run by the software is built by our engineers in Sri Lanka. So, and even Singapore, those kind of, most of the world leading stock softwares were built in Sri Lanka, and auctions and insurance as well. Right now, there were some companies who I know that working in AI and data science, where if you take a picture of your vehicle that met with accident, they'll assess the whatever the damage, and they approve the claim right away. So that sort of area where it's heading for. you can search in the internet and see what companies that are doing in Sri Lanka right now. And education and e-learning, where currently the Wiley where I work at is in, and there's another well-known company as well, the Pearson. So and e-learning LK, those kind of uh, people are there, and like or companies are there. So they provide learning management systems, learning apps, and they conduct online exams, and there are online libraries as well. And some in Colombo area I have seen. I have not seen in other parts of Sri Lanka, but there are 3D printing, like let's say it's given as a service that there's a building with a 3D printer and they hire it, so you can like rent it for machine hours. So there were few places in Colombo do right now, and it helps for to like start your career in robotics. So you can try those out as well. There were if you search it on the internet, you will find those places as well. And transport is also getting big boom these days thanks to Tesla and SpaceX. So they it's like a new thing right now, the new trend actually. Some of the people say that this decade is the uh, decade of transportation, where you see artificial intelligence and like space travel will boom. So as you know that every day Tesla stocks are rising as well. So new form of transportation is everyone is looking for. So when that sort of boom is happening, there's always areas to go like supply chain, delivery, taxi apps, Uber, and like local, there's a huge hit as Pick Me as well. So in shipping also there, and space, that's also comes under transport. So a lot of things are there, and some of the Sri Lankan companies are like doing sub systems for each of these. So if you say like taxi apps, I can give you like WSO to provide some of their open source platforms where Uber uses to calculate their pricing and pricing model works on that. So some of those are examples, and these are the some of the most like famous companies in Sri Lanka, like well-known one, and their clients as well. So these are big names here. You could see that some of you will, if you check some of these logos, you might know that they are famous, and most of the companies here work with them. So there's like large amount of area you can like get your domain knowledge and get work with lot of people, lot of countries. You will be able to travel to other countries as well. So it's a good industry to work with. And these are the companies that we know who are in Sri Lanka right now. So you can categorize them to, some of them are categorized into some of the areas. So when the slide is shared, you could go and check because there's a lot. And is the IT industry for you? That's the question that we should ask for you. So I'll say why it's there. So exactly. So mostly when you are checking for a industry to move in, first you check what sort of salary is there. So the starting range starts from 30,000, because the graphic and all, the graphic design, all the stuffs are there. So that's why the 30,000 mark is, because some of the small scale salaries were a little bit low. So but if you take it down, but average country standards, the salary is good. And if you move to software industry, like the software companies, they pay much more than this right now. So it varies a little bit. uh, let's say due to the pandemic, we haven't got 10, the Slashcom might not have got any data on that, but this figure is rising every day. So the 30,000 mark, I think now it's around 40 to 50K right now, the starting salary. So that's a good move, good salary scale to start your first job. and high demand because right now everything is going to be automated. Even the cars are the people are trying to drive them driverless. So and the web, everybody is connected by internet right now, and the mobile phones are also booming. So the mobile apps, you have opportunity to build them, and monitoring system, because when you have lot of systems around the world hosted in cloud, you want to monitor them as well. And embedded systems, that goes like CTC scan, healthcare units, and small, that automated doors, refrigerators connected to IoT, and TV, smart TV. So embedded systems comes under that. And data science and prediction systems are like the where artificial intelligence and all those stuck in. So this decade there would be a high demand for every of these bullet points. So and right now we have like the demand and the supply. So we have around 10,000 gap there. That's why the Slascom and OUSLs has started like this program to like minimize that gap and try to do something to like minimize that. So that's why you will be trying to like checking on a Sunday that this session that you would have will be relaxed at home or taking a small nap or something like that, but apparently you are checking a webinar right now. So that's why that shows your interest as well. So and to move to software industry, you don't need much like others. Like if you say you are into apparel sector, like where the garment and all, you want a machine like a sewing machine, and you have to buy the like materials and all the needles and like all the stuff, and you have to learn how to stitch as well. So it's a hard job, but if you are moving, that's there. If you are moving to cooking and those, you have to try and cook, and you have to get the gas hose and everything and everywhere, like the dishes and all, you have to find them. So and it's bit, but it's, I'm not saying that the minimum amount is low, but if you have, you can access to a mobile phone and internet, you can start learning there. Because not other industries, I don't see that you need with such a small amount of investment you can start learning. So that's why, if you have a laptop, great, but if you don't, but if you still have access to a phone or somewhere, you can rent a laptop, like rent a desktop or something. Schools, some of the public libraries have machines these days. So even if you know a friend who has a laptop or something, you can start learning. So even schools have good laptop labs these days with good internet connections, so you can start from there. And as when I started, I say the most of the IT companies have open culture where you don't have a strict guideline on what to wear and when to come to the work. And as in the pandemic, that even it's in 2020 March, all the IT companies were working, because even the all other industries were halted due to the pandemic, but IT, we were working, because with the minimum infrastructure you could start, because you don't need any raw materials or any processors or any big factories, just a laptop and internet connection and you are good to go. So that's it. And facilities, most of the companies, even the Wiley is there in Maga One building, which is really close to the Open University complex. It's like 40 story building, a big one. And we have a lot of like table tennis, uh, those kind of, even our people go to swimming, badminton. Due to the pandemic, it's all halted these days. But if things get better, we could start. So most of the companies provide this, and most of the companies play mercantile tournaments for cricket, badminton, table tennis, and other sports as well. And they do lot of events, parties, Christmas parties, and annual trips. Everything is there. Facilities, these are some some from Sri Lanka, some from Google. So it's a mix of pictures. So most of the companies look like this same, and the facilities looks good, and it's like if you go to a foreign country and you check office, it's similar here. So everything, if if Google comes and open office, it would be similar as what they have in California. So that's how the standard is. And if you go to the slides where the big software companies in Sri Lanka, the names of and smaller ones, you could check to go and check their website. You will see how their facilities looks like. And in this industry, you can't stay behind because every day the technology is moving, and how we program, the new languages comes in. So you have to learn every day. So this is a learning industry. Every day you have to learn, not like something, let's say in we can take an example like what in construction. If you say like you were going to pour concrete to do a slab, it's same if you were doing today or even in 10 years before, because those things have doesn't don't change, because that's how the buildings works. So that's how. But some of they are using technology as well, but some stuff are same as like 10 years ago. So in IT industry, if you take, so like it's not everything different. Every if you take a new phone and a new PC, it's improving every day, and the internet speed is improving every day. So there are a lot. So it's a like a learning industry, and variety of opportunity, as I say, because even you can do two jobs easily, because while you work in another company, if you are like you see some Saturday Sundays, you if you are free, you could like do some other thing like gardening and do a small business you could do. And entrepreneurship is as also there, like you could start your own business. So it's easy to get the contacts here. So it's, yeah, IT is not only programming, it's like it's lot of things are happening behind. So yeah, it's a good area. So these are some of the job roles that's here. So marketing specialists who market the softwares, and business analysts like who analyze the requirement of the clients, and user experience engineer, the people who build the UI, the application what you use in the phone and website and desktop application, everything's the UI engineers are there, and the software engineers who do the code and all, and quality assurance engineer who test the code and test the features, network engineers like maintain the servers, cloud servers, everything, and DevOps also move into that category. The some jobs are not stated here, like the database engineers, like security experts. Some of the examples that's not in this list, but you when you move in, when you start learning, you will see so many jobs inside as well. And marketing specialist, as I said, so if you are moving to that, you into the first thing is you should have good communication skills and marketing skills, and then other things matters like presentation skill, empathy, and everything comes in. So business analyst, as I say, that visits a client space, or like building of how they do the process, how they, if it's older software, how it works, then they analyze it and they come up with the requirement set for the others to start to building a software or some process. So that's another key area. And UI, as I said, that they are the one who are like responsible for creating the user interfaces for the softwares, applications, phone apps, and everything else. Software engineers are the people who like mostly do the coding, but if you move back, UI designers these days do codes as well. So everybody is writing code, but software in the different is software engineers do most of the core businesses, and others write components for that. So QA engineers, as I say, when UI engineer and software engineer, they get together and build the software, and the QA engineer is the one who's responsible to test it, whether the code is working, if there are any issues there, they have to identify that before delivering, and even after delivery, they consistently check the reliability, like whether it's working, is there any bugs, and also that's what the QA engineering is. Network, as I said, is like who are responsible for the network of the like places where the web is hosted, or like the software is hosted, and like where you have the Wi-Fi switches, network switches, so everything is there. So that, and DevOps engineer is a new trend these days, where like everything is hosted in cloud, so you have to have this continuous build where the developers will be building code, and QA people will be testing it. Once it approved, it will be pushed to production within few minutes time. So that's, they do the like, not like when 10 years ago the all the softwares and applications were hosted in big warehouses in-house. That means the company has to own a big space where they could host things out. Right now it's cloud based. We who don't know where your application is hosted in. Maybe it will be hosted in USA, sometimes it will be UK or India, you don't know, because that's how this cloud computing has changed the industry. And it's as I previously mentioned as well, it's a good opportunity for your growth and move among these jobs. So you have a lot of variety of career paths. So during, as I previously mentioned as well, during COVID-19 we were working as previously as we nothing has stopped us. And even mostly if you take some of the industries, like say tourism, travel, they lost most of, like 75 to like 60% lost their jobs or like pay, because they hadn't had the cash coming in. But software industry was not like that. It, there was hit, but it's minimum, because not like other industries, you saw a lot of layoffs in IT companies. So that's it, because due to this digital transformation, every company was able to like adjust to this COVID-19, and the impact was minimum there. So even after this pandemic, or like the vaccination programming, we will be like now return to work. Like these days we are trying to work from office for like 1 day per week. Right now that's how we are trying. The Wiley is doing it, the other companies are trying that as well. They are experimenting with right now how the situation will, whether if it's good we can move in, otherwise work from home you could do, no issue. So for in to succeed in IT industry, you have to be problem solver, and you have to work as a team, not a one man job. And curiosity to learn new things, new ways to do things, and resilient. You can't stay in one place, and like you have to ability to move here and there. You have to be resilient. And how you can prepare for the career in IT. So future career bridge is one of the key area where you can come in, and you have a lot of online tools as well, like free one like Scratch Analysis, and you can, there are some hackathons and competitions like organized by companies. You can get involved and see what they are doing. And even if you get in, you can basically if you, when you are getting to the industry, you could like organize sports event, like you can be in that team. So that's it. Any questions you can right now answer? I think, I hope Dr. Ajit, we are sharing this presentation with the students, right?
Yes, we will be sharing after this session. We will be sharing all the presentations.
Okay, so if you have any questions, you can shoot it right now, or even if you want to know anything, just put it in the chat. I'll try to answer as possible.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
The thing is, once we complete this BSc program, can we get vast options, not only in the local as well as in the overseas? What about it?
Yeah, so if you are seeing my screen right now, so I'm going to see. So you sometimes it may ask for a sign in. Let's see. So you can see here are a lot of other industries as well, where software information technology. This is like a well-known site if you are searching for jobs in other countries. So you see how many sections are there. So it also shows the salaries as well. So but if you, what I'm saying is you should have some experience in Sri Lanka or working in a company before applying for this sort of site, because they normally doesn't hire like a fresh graduate from Sri Lanka, because they have to provide visa and like some of like provide some housing for like some 2 or 3 months. So they will not uh, rarely you will be get hired, but mostly it's better if you can like get some experience in Sri Lanka and start moving. So if you are a Stack Overflow user, there's jobs as well. So you could try these as well. See, some have like move in. You can check these jobs and see whether Byte dance. Let's see this one. Visa sponsor. See, they provide the visa as well. I hope I answered your question. Hello.
Yeah, I think you answered the question, Seshan. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. So we will now continue. Thank you very much, Seshan, for joining. Despite all these disruptions, uh,
Yeah, sure,
what
sure, sir.
happened in the morning and all that, and being accommodative with us. So thank you very much.
Yeah, if the students want to know some details, share my personal email so they can shoot out the email. So I'll try to answer when my free time is there to if they want some data as well.
Yeah, I will do that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Now we are going to move into the details about the software engineering program. But before that, I would like to take a couple of questions so I can answer these questions now. A lot of people asked about the loan scheme. The loan scheme, the University Grants Commission arranged for with the government for you to get a loan scheme for the total course fee, which you will have 5 years to pay after you finish the degree program and start working. You will pay. Rough calculation will tell us about around 6,000 rupees a month that you will have to pay the loan, but the loan will be available to all those who register, and we will send the details after you. Those who pass the selection test and register for the program, we will send you the details. That is about the loan scheme. Then about the selection test. The selection test will be held from 19th to 24th, depending on the number of applicants. Because some centers it will be only on the 19th because there are only very few applicants. In some centers already, we are going into 3 days, 19th, 20th, and 21st. If there are more candidates, we will expand it to other days as well. We go on filling the slots as the slots gets filled. We open a new one. Then the selection test is 20 MCQ questions, which you will do on the computer at one of our centers that you have selected on the date and the time that you have selected. Please remember that you cannot change the date, the venue date or the time, because we have to arrange for this COVID related health guidelines. So we have to allocate the computers for each one of you. So please Remember that you cannot change the time slot, so attend this exam on the time slot that you have booked. We have made arrangement for those. The exam will be 20 MCQ questions on IQ, that is logical reasoning, then maths and English. The idea is not to select you on the, not to disqualify you from anything. The idea is to make sure that you have the right aptitude to follow this program. You will need a little bit of English, you'll need a little bit of mathematics. The mathematics questions and the logical reasoning questions are general IQ questions. It's not at the advanced level, it's at the simple level. And all those who have downloaded the admission card will get a link to practice the test. Our system that will be used to conduct the examination, you will be able to practice within the next week. We will send you the link after we close the application today afternoon to those who have actually downloaded the admission card. So those are some of the common answers to the questions. Now, Dr. Menaka Ranasinghe, the head of the Department of Computing Department, will present about the degree and how it will be conducted, how it will be evaluated, and how will be examined. All the information will be provided by this presentation, Dr. Menaka Ranasinghe. Over to you, Dr. Menaka.
Thank you, Dr. Madhura Peruma. I think you all can hear me.
Menaka, we can hear you.
Okay, right. Good afternoon to all of you. So on behalf of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, I warmly welcome all of you to this session on an introductory session on Bachelor of Software Engineering Honors Degree Program. As explained by Dr. Madhura Peruma, there was a hiccup in the morning, and but we quickly arranged another one. So it shows that how much you all are interested about this work endeavor. So let me introduce about the degree program now. So, from the introductory video, you got to know about a bit of the university, that there are many 6 faculties in the university, and altogether there are 30 academic departments, and Faculty of Engineering Technology is one of them. In the Faculty of Engineering Technology, there are 6 faculties, and Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering is the faculty which offers this Bachelor of Software Engineering Honors Degree Program. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so why do you want to do a BSc degree? Let us discuss about that. You may be having so many queries with that, and there's a huge demand. The one major thing is that you will be able to secure a job once when you graduate. If you do well, you will be able to get a good starting salary and join a reputed company. So that the ladder is very clear if you perform well. So because of this high demand, there are so much of interest. Then this is one of the major recruitment criteria for the software industry, because they look for a bachelor's degree, and this Bachelor of Software Engineering degree program is having the UGC approval. So that means we are under the University Grants Commission, and you are getting a updated curriculum, updated according to the IEEE, Computer Society and ASM guidelines. So includes many aspects from the industry as well. And this degree program is endorsed by SLUSCO. So the entry qualification, which is the most crucial thing that you have to clear off, is 3 passes in GCA level in any stream in any number of sittings except general English and general IT. Let me clarify it a little bit. Let's say if you have done commerce and you in particular year you have got 2 passes, then you repeat it in the other year, then you get 1 pass only. So you can combine these together, and because you have 3 passes, that has to be the fail pass, fail subject. So it gives you 3 subjects. Then GCA level in any stream in any sitting, and except general English and general IT. Then if you do not have your A levels, then there is another avenue at the Open University. You can do the foundation program. So you can do the foundation program and enter the degree program. There you need to get 3 subjects pass. Then C passes in any 3 subjects in Cambridge Excel. Even if you have this Cambridge and Edexcel, C passes are required, and you also have the opportunity. And if you have done A-level commerce or arts or anything like that, the gates are open. And you need to pass a selection test. So by now, that most of you may have downloaded the admission, and you know the date and time where you will have to face the selection test. There has been so many queries about the selection test. So as Dr. Madhura Peruma clearly told, it's going to be 1 hour and 20 questions will be there with logical and mathematical and basic English like questions. So passing of the selection test is a must. So many students have asked, what is the cutoff mark? So the cutoff mark is usually happen to be 40, but it might vary. So for the time being, we will assume like that. So it's not definitely decided. It is depending on the your performance. Okay. All right. And when it says a degree program, the end product, the end graduate needs to be a person who is having a knowledge in various disciplines, because he needs to be a full person where he can contribute to the society in different aspects with right attitudes and soft skills and so on. So to inculcate those aspects as well into your character, we have various courses apart from mainstream courses. The mainstream courses are mathematics, computer science and engineering, software engineering, core areas, project. Then there will be this non-technical subject areas where you need to have some sort of humanities to learn, then some aesthetic subject or anything like that, and communication skills. So these are needed where that those subjects too will be there. Then there is a training module, where this training module you have to undergo training in a software company. If you are already employed in a recognized software company, you might be able to request for exemption when you come to level 5. So the duration of the program is 4 years. The fees per credit is rupees 3,000, and approximately if you take 30 credits per year, it's going to be 90,000, and the registration fee one time 25,000, and start at OUSL is also in the first year, which is going to 5,500 rupees. What we do with this start at OUSL? In the start at OUSL program, we orient the students uh, to uh, learn in a open distance learning environment, because most of you may be fresh school leavers who have done your A levels, and thereafter you may be people who are just trying to get involved with a degree. Sometimes some of you may not be having any industry experience. But apart from this, we need to orient the students from spoon-feed education to a self-learning environment. So that is being done in this Start at OUSL course. The fees, the rest of the fees, the initial registration fees, rupees 6,000, facility fees, 1,500, library facilities, 200, and per credit fees, which we talked about earlier, is 3,000. So with that, these are going to be one-time payments, and the e-gap also need to be paid. Then the training modules is the major amount again, so which is going to be level 5 and 6. So there's still more time if you manage. I think you'll be able to manage with the money matters. So the academic calendar as of now is from 30th May to 31st August. Start at OUSL will be conducting. Then 4th September to 19th December, semester 1 will be there. From 10th January to 23rd January, the final examinations of the semester 1 will be there. Then the semester 2 examinations, you can see the 20th June to 30th June, and the semester 2 academic activity will run from 5th February to 29th May in 2022. All these dates are off now. We are trying our level best to keep them fixed, so you know in advance when your exams are going to be. But unless otherwise some kind of very bad situation happens, we will stick with all these deadlines. This Start at OUSL, it consists of these three courses. Course on Empowering for Independent Learning, which is EFIL, which is known as EFIL. Then the second course is, it will include online courses and one-day interactive workshop at a regional center. So what has happened? Does anyone knows how to get rid of these lines? What is happening?
Whoever is drawing lines on the screen, can you please stop?
Yeah, someone must be drawing lines here.
Yeah, we don't have little children here, right? If be above 18 to come to a university degree. So if there are any children playing around, please get them off the computer.
Yeah, so we'll continue with the presentation. Okay, then I can stop sharing and start again. Okay, now right. All right, thank you. Then there is another course on English for general academic purpose, which is known as EGAP, where you will get polish your English, not only English, it is about communication. You will, and presentation, and all these aspects will be looked after in this EGAP program. And there are 14 basic ICT challenges in future careers, which site where you have to learn on your own. You have to do independent learning and face the challenges. That will give you a kind of uh, a kind of a idea about how you can learn something and face to a test, yeah, on your own. So that is that these 14 basic ICT challenges are uh, you need to do during this start at our USL period. So I'm not going to emphasize on this because Mr. Zishan has uh, emphasized you, briefed you enough about the demand in the IT sector. So there's a huge demand, no one can deny that. So with that, we are trying to cater to that demand, and it is your utmost what you call the utmost commitment that need to be there to achieve the best, because you know at any place if you excel well, then you will get better salaries, better opportunities, and you will be placed at a higher salary. So in that case, your goal is not should be not just to complete the degree, but to complete it with maximum effort, with gaining knowledge in an most efficient and I mean you need to be very effective and efficient person with right attitudes and right skills, soft skills, and as well as technical skills, which is being really required. So the skills in demand, there are various core skills which are required like programming, systems analysis, sales and marketing, system design, customer service. Then we told that you need to have the right attitudes and right soft skills. So creative thinking skills are needed.
Menaka, can I interrupt for a moment?
Yeah, sure.
Now, those who are drawing on the screen, we may have to, ask you to leave. There are hundreds of people listening to this presentation, and you are acting very irresponsibly. Those who are drawing on the screen, we may have to ask you to leave. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. Some may have clicked on the pen mark, so don't know whether they do not know how to remove it. But okay, so but we'll go ahead. Then another thing that is really required in the industry, not only in industry at anywhere, you need to develop the skills in working in a team, which is very much required. So we have many activities, group activities, and the group project is there, where as a team you need to develop something, implement some good project, and so that the team working culture is where.
I think I have pressed the wrong button. Can you reshare it, please?
Yeah, I'll share it. No worries. So all these things we have inculcated curriculum. Then communication and presentation skills, interpersonal skills, where you need to work with each other. Then the technical skills. Of course, these technical skills vary depending on the incoming requirements and the new developments. So I'm not going to go into those areas because it keeps on changing. So whatever the technical skills that you need today will be different from what you need in 5 more years time. So all these things, but we make sure that you go with the best skills. Okay, so I'm not this career path. Let's say that if you come with A level, then you can start the degree and start the degree. Then you can enter into the various either software engineer, network engineer, test QA engineer, likewise, and you can go to the senior job as well. Then even with this A level, without foundation level also, you can climb up your ladder. So with this, you can get more information by visiting the web page of the BSc degree program, and you can contact the coordinator at this email address, or the phone number is here. So with that, I would like to address one or two questions that have been there in the uh, uh, that is going to be there in that is there in the chat. So I can see that a lot of students have uh, formed WhatsApp groups. That will be okay. uh, I mean, you can have groups, but those are not official groups. Whatever the official groups, once when you get registered, when you get selected to the degree program, so we'll be forming all those things. So for your communication purposes, having those are okay, all right, but those are not legitimate groups. So for your communication, we don't intervene with that, but you all can go. And some other students have asked whether they are following in some other university and whether they can follow the degree program here. Yes, you can. Uh, and there is I registered for social science degree, so can I too follow BSc also at the same time? You can, but the maximum number of credits that you can take per year is 38. So if you register with the social science at the Open University, then if you have registered there for 30 credits, then from the BSc degree, you will be able to register for only a maximum of 8 credits. That is because this degree program is not a part-time degree program, it's a full-time degree program. So how do you say it's a full-time? Because the number of hours that a student should need to commit to study the content given here, doing the lab practicals, mini projects, and so other many other things, is going to be the the as same as in the other students who are doing the full time. So it's going to be 38 into one credit is going to be 50 notional hours according to SLQF guidelines. What is Sri Lanka qualification framework, where all the universities, the credit rating is aligned with that, and according to that you need to spend around 1900 hours if you take a maximum of 38. So with that, you will be able to do only 8 credits from here. Then, uh, okay, that is also being asked. There was another question which I wanted to really ask. You need to have 3 A-level passes. If not, you can apply and see. And what I want to, can we get ISL membership after BSc? No, you can't get the Institute of Engineers Sri Lanka membership after BSc. It is for main engineering subject areas like civil, mechanical, electrical, electronic, like. But in that case, to enter into those things, you have to do physical sciences. Here, the Bachelor of Software Engineering can be done by those who have followed the biosciences, arts, and commerce as well. Or full-time 2 years, you may apply exemption for entrepreneur. Please check the student guide in the web. I think I covered basically all those things, and we can collectively take to answer the questions. So thank you very much for listening, and wish you a good day and wish you a happy journey with the Open University of Sri Lanka. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Madhura Perumal.
Yeah, if any of you still have any questions, his email address is wrong. It's the other way around. BSE info, Menaka. You send a mail to
Okay, right.
at OUS. It's not ou.ac.lk. It's ousl.lk. The email address is slightly wrong here. It's bseinfo@ousl.lk. So you can mail anything, any other questions that you have to that address, and we will try to respond as much as can. I mean, I just checked it, and we have about 100 emails that came within the last hour or so. So it will take us a time. Somebody just asked whether there's an age limit. No, we don't have an age limit. The age limit is that if you are over 18, then it is okay. So yeah, Kanishka has put the BSE info@ousl.lk. He has put on the chat. You can copy that and copy it to send your mails to those. And finally, thank you very much for being here, and we wish you good luck. Bye.
Dr. Madhura Peruma, are we going to end now? Are we going to answer a few more questions?
I think we have answered most of the questions. I mean, if any more questions come, we will put it on our FAQ.
Okay, right.
Okay.